Hey guys, Vulcan Trader here. This is going to be a series on chart patterns, some of the best chart patterns out there, and a lot of these come from, of course, the best growth investor, momentum investor book, Bible, is How to Make Money in Stocks by William J. O'Neill. So here it is on Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description. And then here it is on Kindle. So let's get started. This is probably my favorite pattern whenever I find it. Okay, high type flags are rare. A high type flag price pattern is rare, occurring in no more than a few stocks during a bull market. It begins with a stock moving generally 100 to 120% in a very short period of time, 4 to 8 weeks. It then corrects sideways no more than 10 to 25%, usually in 3, 4, or 5 weeks. This is the strongest of patterns, but also very risky and difficult to interpret correctly. Many stocks can skyrocket 200% or more off this formation. And he gives a bunch of old stocks in there, well, some older ones and some newer ones, but different stocks in there that had this pattern. And so we'll go through a few of these that are still listed, plus some other ones that I've seen in my trading. And okay, so and then if you get the book, he actually shows it in here. But so we'll go through a couple of them here. So here's one on. Let's see. We'll do the ones he gives in his example. So Achn Enterprise, which used to be Taser International. And if we go back to, let's scroll out here, and he says it was in. Let's see. Which is Taser International, November 2003. So we'll show you that one. Which is they're the company that made all the tasers for like the police force, and then now they do like body cam, stuff like that. Real good stock. So this one in 2000. This right here is the one he's referring to. It kind of had multiple of them. So that's sort of one, but anyway, so that's what it looks like there on the daily chart. And this part right here goes up, has a flag right here, and then you can see how far it went off of that afterwards. Pretty dang far. Where it looks like, if you would have been looking at it right here, like, oh, that's too high, that's overextended. It's already gone up over, 100, 200% from $2 to, or, depends on where you got it. But anyway, so there's the flag right there, and then boom, goes even higher, way, way higher. And then if we look at it on the weekly chart, let's see what it looks like there too, which is what he usually looks at. The longer term chart that you look at anything on, the further the move off of it is. So if you find a move on the weekly chart, it'll be whenever it skyrockets off or breaks out off of a weekly pattern, it'll go further than a daily pattern and so forth, because you have the same type of patterns on every time frame. So yeah, there it is right there. You can see it kind of. Let's see there. Oh no, sorry, wrong spot. There it is on the what it would have looked like on a weekly chart. Okay, then we'll go to Qualcomm. Look at another one. Qualcomm was kind of like the Bitcoin of its day back in 2000. It was pretty crazy. Actually, we'll go to the daily on it. He says Qualcomm in December 1999. Zoom out. Sorry, it takes a while to get back to this since it's kind of far back. Most of the other stocks he has, they aren't listed anymore. So here's a good one on the daily. This one's a little bit cleaner. Looks similar to or on the daily it's cleaner, I should say, on the week. So it looks like that. So see, same thing. You'd have been like, man, this thing's already gone up. Started out at $5 at the beginning of the year. You get towards the end of the year, you're in December, and it's gone from, gosh, $6, $10 all the way up to $50, and then the buy point would be right here when it breaks the top of that flag. And you'd think, oh man, it's gone way too high and it's going to pull back. No, high type flag, boom. And then it goes up another 100% actually before it tops out up here. And then we look at it on the weekly chart here, see what it looks like. So there it is. There's the high type flag on the weekly pattern. Same thing. So about 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, boom, skyrockets. Okay. And then I'm going to show you a couple I've seen on my own. This was actually the first one I ever found. I was like, oh, I wonder if this is it, a high type flag. This is, I don't even know what some random Chinese IT company. But anyway, this one actually came off of more of a downtrend, but so I was looking at it and I was like, oh man, that's crazy. So it went from $2, went up, like you said, it went up from about $2 to $6, $7, $8, went up, 100, 200% already, and you'd think it couldn't go up anymore. It's going to turn back down, and no. So I bought it somewhere right in this neighborhood here, and boom, look at that. And then ever since I found that one, I only got a small position in it, but it was still just really cool to find and do that. And within literally 1 week, it went up 100% from wherever I got it somewhere maybe in the 650 range, and then I got stopped out somewhere around here. But anyway, made 100% on that trade within a week off that high type flag right there. And then another one, more recent, awesome stock I've been showing a lot is Roku. So Roku, was in a downtrend here. Went up and went up from bottomed out around 27 and went up to 42. So pretty good run up there. And then made the pattern what it looked like right here. Here's your high type flag. There's the pole. There's the flag. You buy it when it breaks, maybe the high of this bar right here, let's say. So you buy it right there when it breaks that. It would have caught it, it pulled back, but if you just held on, maybe your stop's down here or down here at the bottom of the flag, probably be where I do it. I buy it once it breaks the top, stop at the bottom of the flag. And then you can see how Roku's done here. Check out that if you'd have bought Roku on this flag. And then it is still going. Boom. Look at that run. And I'm trying to think if there's any other. Oh, here's I'm going to show you a failed high type flag that I saw. So this is MongoDB, and I was questioning because it's right here. So there's other one like Roku CLPS. They're about 2 weeks long. This one's it was only about a week long, or the flag itself, how long it lasted. Like the one William O'Neill talked about was. There were 2, 3, 4 weeks. The ones I was showing you on Roku and CLPS were about 2 weeks. This one was only about a week long, and you see there's a lot of red in it. So there's I'd say more red than green for the most part in it, and that made me question it. And then, and I think on Mad Money they featured it right at this point. So that anytime you got a CEO coming on Mad Money and Jim Cramer's Mad Money and they're being featured, usually the CEO is probably about to dump some stock, and so you want to get ready to sell it soon. Sometimes it'll rocket up for a little bit and then it'll crash, like Tilray. Its final run was right as it was featured on Mad Money. So right here it was featured on Mad Money and kind of killed it. I bet you it might have taken off had it not been featured on Mad Money. Kind of funny to say, but then and then it kind of failed and killed MongoDB after it was featured on Mad Money right here. So that's a failed high type flag. And and then I'm going to show you this one. Here's one. So that all being said, here's a stock pick I got for you that's making one right now that I found. This is Achillion Pharmaceuticals. And another thing about this company, all I know is it had a huge run up and it's making a high type flag right here. So we'd want to buy it. Maybe when it breaks the high of this flag here, roughly. If you mouse over this one, the high of the flag is actually 5.03. So maybe buy it at 5.04. A stop buy at 5.04, and then if you buy it, then maybe you could put your stop loss somewhere. It depends on how much room you want to give it and how you want to position size it, but either if it actually does get hit, maybe right here, or if you want to be an even wider stop at the very bottom of the flag. It's still less than $1 stop, but it is a penny stock, so a little bit smaller position size, but it'll. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with this company, but it already had this huge run up, had earnings, didn't fall on the earnings, still holding up after this humongous run of over 100% from $2 to $5 about. And then, so I could see, and then we're at 52-week highs here already. So I can see once it breaks that, this one is a good high type flag. And could run pretty hard. So we'll see what happens on it. But there's a stock pick for you that is showing that right now. So like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get some notifications, share this with your friends, comment down below, let me know what else you'd like to see or how I can do better. Thanks and have a good day.